position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Oregon Ducks, the House of Loud, Autzen Stadium in Eugene. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the USC Trojans, taking on one of the top teams in this conference, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Trojans will get us started with the opening kickoff. That is not the way you want to start, with the kickoff going out of bounds. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They'll go to the ground. Powers through the defender.
We love to see this on offense early. Drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Ducks in a good spot here with second and short. They'll move the tight end. Back to throw, it's Tollefson. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. It's not just a dual threat guy. You go back to Dan Fouts or Bill Musgrave or even Justin Herbert, and passers not in short supply for the Ducks.
Hey, when you think about the Ducks, you always think about the fancy uniforms. I think that's one of the first things that come to mind, but the guys you just named, it's been built on flash, but it's also been built on substance. Great players in their tradition, in their history, and just like now, just in the recent history, Bo Nix, another one of those guys that's put up big numbers.
And the Ducks have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. He wants to change this route. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Looking for the end zone. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Taking it the other way. He's out of bounds, showing off the hands on the pick, and then the nifty moves on a terrific return.
What a start by this defense. That is exactly what you need, man. They've been a little bit hit or miss. They've been a little bit up and down. But to start the game on a high note, get the good mojo going, great start for this defense.
This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. They'll try the run. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Red pass, it's complete. And it's a catch, but he's got enough for the first down.
Man, that play takes some protection. If you're going to stick it in the belly and that wide receiver is going to run down the field that far, I need some good protection, and I need my lineman not to go downfield. Nice job by the quarterback making the right read, being patient, throwing that strike.
Trying to make magic on the scramble.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Quarterback empties his backfield. Second down, they'll go to the air. He's going to take off. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself?
Sometimes these guys just have eyes in the back of their head. You saw it right there. He was able to buy himself time, get outside the pocket, and at that point, I think the decision was pretty easy. Hey, I can go get this with my feet. He was able to do that. Now they got a fresh set of downs.
The Trojans have their offense in high gear. Wants to go up top on first down. Working that left side now.
You just got to get this guy going in the offense. You got to hand it off to him. You got to throw it to him, too, on all different types of downs. I love it on first down here. Just getting him the ball in the passing game, let him make something happen and set up second and short.
Here comes second down, and this crowd is turning it up a notch. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball is at the 17.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. Dropping back, it's Kamara. Quarterback moving. He's got the tight end. That'll be enough to give them a first and goal from the 10. You don't want to have to settle for the field goal down here. When you have a red zone weapon like this dude, use him.
And when you get in this area and you've got that big target and that big fella that you can find and you know he's going to win, those critical third down situations, you're going to find him more and more. Great connection right there.
Looking downfield on first down. Got it! And he will score! Touchdown, Southern Cal!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Deemed it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Leaves it with the back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
They'll send the back in motion. Looking to throw, it's Tollefson. Fires left. That's reeled in, it's Harris. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
Nice patience by the quarterback there. He had his receiver running a crossing route, but the QB knew it was zone coverage, so he's got to be careful and make sure that he hits him in a window. He did that right there.
The give out of the gun. Well, the most insightful analysis I can come up with on that one is that didn't work. Back to the drawing board to see if there's something that works a little better soon.
Or if I can quote the great Reese Davis, that was very ungood. Not a productive first down play.
Quarterback making adjustments. Pocket breaking down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Rifles it down the middle. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line. And they'll move the chains, and a good way to wrap up the first quarter. That's the end of the period, and USC has the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. First play of the period, first down here. Here we go. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. He's got him in the flat. Wrestled out of bounds. They'll mark him at the 7-yard line, and this offense is more than threatening. The Ducks trying to cash it in on first and goal. Good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. And after that first down gasher, they're close to the end zone. Second and goal coming. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
I'll tell you what, I love no hesitation. I love my quarterback to make that RPO read, throw it to the right really quickly, but just got to be a little bit more accurate, maybe not rush it so much.
Third and goal is where offensive coordinators earn their keep. Trying to bully their way in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Ducks!
Third and goal, you're going to turn around and just give it to this guy who just has a nose for the end zone. He's able to find the crease and pay it off for his offense.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Gentlemen, that pivotal top 15 battle is in the books. Here's how things went down. Arkansas took care of business and left little doubt in doing so. And for a program that's won double-digit conference titles between the SEC and the old Southwest Conference, this is big time. Always fun to see two of the game's better teams duke it out at this point of the season. A good barometer, fellas, for both coaches.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. He's going for the big play. Wide open, he makes the catch. All kinds of room to the right. Touchdown, USC! Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
And you can tell he trusts his big tight end. Airing the football way down the field, treating him like a wide receiver because you know he's going to go up, make the big play, get you in the end zone, score a touchdown.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Has it back, and here comes the offense. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rallying to the football?
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Making side adjustments here. Back to pass, it's Thompson. Throws to the wideout. Got a wide open receiver. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on.
Ooh, that's a nice throw. Great accuracy there. And when you think about Oregon quarterbacks, I know we think about guys running around a little bit, but think back to guys like Dan Fouts, A.J. Feely. How about that? Joey Harrington, of course, Justin Herbert. These guys could thread the needle from the pocket, make all the throws. This guy here reminds me a little bit of that.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
They got nothing on the last play at 2nd and 10. Looking for space, it's Barry. You want to talk about running behind your pads as he plows his way to the 35. The Ducks want to crank the tempo. On 30 short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. All by himself down the middle. Touchdown, Oregon! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. And a huge run from the back for 6.
Man, it's nice to have a running back that can do that. That makes everything else easy on offense. Hey, hand it to that guy, he makes a big play. Yes, please.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And he closed the deal by racing 35 yards to pay dirt. Ball will be placed at the 40 after that kick out of bounds. Wants to throw on 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way. They put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
back to pass. Flips it out to the back. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Love the play by the defense. They just did a good job understanding where the running back was on that play. After the catch, they're able to make the tackle right away, and now they've set up third down.
To the air, it's Kamara. Hauls it in. There he goes. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
And the Trojans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He wants to throw it again. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
Yeah, that's a great job. And listen, this quarterback's had success. He's already thrown for 2 touchdowns. We got to make him feel uncomfortable. This is still early in the game. Nice job by the defense, getting a hit on the quarterback and making him think a little bit.
The Trojans trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, USC.
After the big first down sack, it's second down. Looking for a man, it's Kamara. Pulls it in, it's Frost. Strong, firm tackle.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this third down. Fires to the big fella. He was running through tackles and picked up the first down and finally got knocked down.
And it's on third downs like this, if you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. It's now 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. Send the tight end in motion. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. We'll give him a couple on that with 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
He's tackled
That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
Tight end now in motion. Wants to go up top. He just got rid of that one to save the down. Didn't see anything he liked.
I like the decision by the quarterback there. It's only first down. It's not there. Throw it away. Live to play another day.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. The run up the middle, looking for the score. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
Looking to the end zone on third and goal. Swings it out to his running back. Touchdown, Trojans! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Dropping back, it's Tollefson. Rushes on him. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And I like where the quarterback got, because I think he needed to check the football down, but the pressure got there a little bit too fast, and he just didn't have enough time to get it to his running back and maybe put a positive spin on this play instead of an incompletion.
He might want another play. Looking downfield, and time is running short. Pressure coming. Down he goes. He tried to get out of trouble, and this defense wasn't having it. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Fires to the wideout. Working the middle. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. To the air on first down. Showing the arm strength to the left. It's incomplete, and they tried to get one on the board before the break and couldn't quite make the connection. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
21, Oregon, 14.
Kicker has everything lined up and about set to get this one underway. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
The give to the back. Oh, he's got some space. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
And the Trojans just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Looking to throw on first down. Setting up the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
The defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there to make the tackle.
Wants to go up top. Now adjusting. Trying to make magic with his feet. Finds space on the right. Touchdown, Trojans! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. My goodness, he is putting on a laser show right now. Leinart, Palmer, Pat Hayden, Marinovich, you name it. These guys are going to be looking up at this dude.
Just spinning the bean all over the yard, and that's why you come to USC. Those names you mentioned, and you know that ball's going to be in your hands. You get to go make plays, and he is doing exactly that.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Ready to go back to work on offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here and make something happen on this side of the football.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Pulls it in. It's Harris. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
For a wide receiver screen to work, you've got to have better blocking out in front by other receivers, and they're just not physical enough at the point on that last play.
All wideouts, no backs. Looking to throw, it's Tollefson. Got his man quickly. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That cornerback putting his face in the fan, I love it. Coming up quickly, making a tackle in space.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
That's one thing this defense takes a lot of pride on. They like tackling the catch, and they like being around the ball. That time, he was in proximity to knock that thing loose. Nice physical play.
First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. And no chance for the return man to get his hands on that one as it hops out of bounds. Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Looking to fire. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Intercepted. The defense has set him up. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And once the QB left the pocket, it felt like he was locking in on his dude, his playmaker out wide. I think the defense knew it too. Nice job taking the big playmaker away, breaking on the football, and going making a big INT for this defense.
Back to throw, it's Tollefson. Zings it complete to the right. Brings it to the open. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
And the Ducks have it with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss.
That's a great play by the defense. They've got the lead by a lot here in the third quarter, and the offense is trying to run at them, and they just completely blew that thing up. Big tackle for loss. They've now put him in an obvious passing situation. Expect them to pin their ears back, try to get after the quarterback here.
Going for 6. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted.
Who says defensive backs don't have hands? Nice job breaking on the football and making the catch. A lot of times you see guys swat it down or you see them trying to catch it. It looks like they have 2 left hands. Defensive backs don't catch real well. Nice job breaking on the football. Nice job securing the INT and actually catching it.
And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Last drive ended with a pick. Vitally important to take care of the football this time. From the shotgun, the inside give. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
Let's see if this offense can answer the bell. Their coaches challenged them all week long. When they got down to the red zone, we've got to be able to run the football because we're going up against a top 10 rushing defense. Let's see if they can step up here and get it done.
Looking downfield, it's Kamara. Fires on the move. Complete downfield. Best uniforms in the sport, and a play is made befitting of those threads.
Well, this is not the format to have a debate back and forth. Not the best uniform in sports, but definitely always a lot of flash and sizzle with USC offenses.
Turning it on! And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lick.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
The Trojans have it with a 1st and 10. To the ground, he's got it again. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
Defense looks like they're coming. Second down, he'll throw it. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Well, on offense, no doubt, right? You've had success. You're throwing some tutties. Why not keep throwing it? They're going to keep being aggressive. You're going to have to do a better job, though, keeping this quarterback standing up.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on third down. And the Trojans will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. And the return man couldn't get to it to make the catch, and the ball will bounce out of bounds. Gonna run it. It's Barry. Determined run, but he stopped that for 2 yards down at the 13.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
I'll tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands. You saw it on that last play.
Quarterback may change this route. To throw, it's Tollefson. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Hits him inside the 20, still going. He was just a breath from taking that one all the way, and he'll run that momentum right into the fourth quarter. As we head to the quarter break, it is USC holding the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Grabbed behind the line, it's Banks. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. It's not the first time they've seen that.
He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
Yeah, and you see in the red zone, all the bodies start to come inside. A lot of times you try to find a way to get to the perimeter. This offense does a good job. They toss the football. Nice job by the defense. Now forcing a third down.
Lets it fly. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Lets it go to the end zone. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
Yeah, and unfortunately in the fourth quarter, losing, you got to put the foot on the accelerator. You got to make something happen. So I get they had to be aggressive and go for it. They just can't seem to get this offense to make plays when they need it the most.
Direct snap. Slams his way forward. He'll get 3 out to the 11.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Quickly complete. There he goes. Steps out of bounds across the 25. They'll mark it at the 26, and a good pickup for this offense here.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the catch. It's Farrell. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43.
You got to love how they just continue to do what they do. It's the 4th quarter. You got a lead. There's no reason to get conservative. We're a passing offense. Great job on 1st down. Better job on 2nd down. This offense continuing to stay in a rhythm.
The Trojans will have it 1st and 10. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Toss sweep right. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and leading the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
And the Trojans now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Floating away. He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage.
When you talk about versatility at the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown in this one. They're still trying to throw him the football. That one goes incomplete, but I would keep this up if I'm on offense.
How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on 3rd down here in Austin. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
I love the awareness by the defense there. 3rd and long, everybody in the building thinking this is going to be a pass, but up front, they were very, very aware that they might see run. They did a really good job playing with their eyes. They rally to the ball, they get the TFL, and now they set up 4th and long.
Hunt is on its way. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. Makes a grab for a big play. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as he gets him down at the 37.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the 4th quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
And I tell you what, we've kind of gotten to the point where we expect QBs to be robots and just never to miss and always put it right on the face mask or right on the numbers. And right there, you can tell he just missed a little bit off, and I guarantee he's tapping his helmet saying, hey, that's my bad.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Wants to adjust the pattern. Back to throw. It's Tollefson. Finds the tight end. He goes out of bounds across the 25, marking at the 24. This defense, its head is spinning. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10.
It's hard to imagine that that's his first catch of this game so far. He's one of the best tight ends in the country, and they knew if they were going to win this.
Fires deep toward the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
And it's so underrated, the relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
Firing to the right, complete. He's not quite going to get there, and the try for 2 fails, and they are unable to cut into this lead any further. They still need a touchdown and 2-point conversion to tie, and they'll go for the onside kick here in the 4th. They're on it. They recover the onside kick, and they get it right back.
And this is why you keep fighting. You just got your score on offense. Now you needed a miracle to come through with the onside kick so you can get one more possession to maybe go win this football game. Nice execution. And guess what? There's still time left on the clock.
They'll leave it with him. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The eyes now turn to the defense to see whether they can keep this lead intact late in the 4th. Looking to throw, it's Tollefson. Gets it out fast. Still on his feet at the 45. And he'll be brought down.
Well, no question, they've got to score a touchdown and get the 2-point conversion here, but that's a good start to this 2-minute drive. You always want to get it going. You want to get that momentum going, put the defense on their heels. They accomplished that with the last throw.
The Ducks can really attack on this 2nd and short. They want to run it left here. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. From the gun. Give on the inside. Oh, he's got some space. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Oregon!
And this is obviously a no-brainer. Great job by the offense, great execution. Inside of 2 minutes, you got to go for 2. You got to dial up this play, try to tie this football game up. What's your favorite 2-point play? Dial it up, and let's tie this game up.
After the score, they need this 2-point conversion to tie. To the air, it's Tollefson. Bears the pressure. Knocked off his feet.
Great play by the defense there. You're winning by 2. You can't allow them to tie it. Someone's got to make a play, and they show up in a big moment.
Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. Offense is ready to go back to work. One possession game, getting late, 1st first order of business, just take care of the football.
So they call this situation 4-minute offense, where you're trying to run the football and throw high percentage passes to maintain possession and bleed the clock. This is a very difficult point of the game to execute at a high level, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, what you understand as an offense is if I get 1 or 2 first downs, this ball game's over. And that's your sole objective. Not scoring, take care of the football, get a few first downs, walk out with a W.
Got it in the middle. It's Whitaker. They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out.
Yeah, great job creating space. That's what you're supposed to do. When you get man coverage, you got to find a way to get a step, make it easy for your quarterback to read that leverage, and when he drags across the field, he can see he had him. He completes it for the first down.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. Quarterback's just going to take a knee.